I'm Taya Gherkin with Peghead Nation, and I'm here with the Huss and Dalton Statesboro SC Classic guitar. Now, as you can see, this guitar is a big departure for Huss and Dalton, who is known as a high-end maker of great flat-top acoustic guitars as well as banjos. It's also a bit of a departure for us here at Peghead Nation, but we thought these guitars were so cool we wanted to get one here in the studio to demo. And because I'm not that much of an electric player myself, I've enlisted the help of my good friend Tom Finch, a great San Francisco Bay Area guitar player, to help me demo this guitar. So let's go right to Tom for a moment, and you can hear what it really sounds like through a great electric rig, and then we'll come back and talk about the guitar a little bit more. Okay, so there's a little taste of what the guitar sounds like in the hands of a great electric guitar player. And we're going to be sure to go back to Tom and have him show us how the guitar sounds both in clean and overdriven settings a bit more. But let's talk about this instrument a little bit. Everyone was surprised when Huss and Dalton showed up with these guitars at the 2020 NAMM show, and it turns out it's a project that Huss and Dalton's Mark Dalton had been thinking about for a little while. He's always liked this type of guitar. He's a big Allman Brothers fan, therefore the name of the guitar. And he was telling me that he was in the process of learning a new kind of design program on the computer to operate some of their CNC machinery, and that the sort of complex compound carving that's involved with the maple top of this type of guitar was sort of a perfect project to sort of sink his teeth into and really design a guitar like this from the ground up that is clearly inspired by a classic model, but with several little refinements and just sort of some touches that make it clearly a Huss and Dalton guitar. So as you would expect, the guitar is built with a beautiful mahogany and maple body. Of course, the mahogany is the bulk of the body, the back, capped with a beautiful piece of flamed maple. Many guitars of this style are chambered, and this is no exception. There are several chambers under the top, and apparently they are strategically drilled holes, essentially, throughout the body that both reduce weight of the guitar and also allow it to vibrate somewhat differently. So you can't tell where they are on the outside, but they are in there, and the guitar definitely feels a bit lighter than some guitars of this style. The guitar has a mahogany neck. It's capped with a Indian rosewood fingerboard. It's got a 12-foot radius on the fingerboard, and the inlay pattern is one of the more original touches on this guitar, and it is what Huss and Dalton calls their Triple Jones pattern. So nice big variations of a block inlay on there. There's cream-colored binding on the fingerboard as well as on the body, which are, of course, touches that you would expect matched with the cream-colored pickup rings. And speaking of the pickups, of course, the electronics are a very important part of any electric guitar. These are Lindy Fralin pickups, and there's a couple different choices that Huss and Dalton offers. In this case, they are the pure PAFs. You can also order the guitar with a couple different versions of the Lindy Fralin pickups. And it turns out that Fralin pickups is not very far away from Huss and Dalton in Virginia, and so they were able to sort of closely collaborate on finding just the right set for this guitar. Of course, all the other electronic components all use high-end materials. There were no corners cut with this. Standard layout, 2 humbuckers, a 3-way switch, toggle switch up here, and volume and tone for each pickup on this guitar. The guitar has the standard tunematic style bridge with a stop tailpiece. It's an ABR1 bridge and actually an aluminum tailpiece, which may also help reduce the weight on this guitar a little bit. They are Huss and Dalton branded Goto tuners with cream colored buttons that really match the binding quite nicely on this guitar. Mark Dalton told me that they've made sure to reinforce the peghead area a little bit, which often is a weak spot with a lot of guitars of this style. And the guitar has jumbo frets, great feel, set up expertly as you would expect from a company such as Huss and Dalton. So it's a very cool take on a classic design. And built with the same care and craftsmanship and also choice of materials that Huss and Dalton has honed over the years with their high-end acoustic instruments. So while it may be a surprise of Huss and Dalton coming out with a single-cut solid-body guitar such as this, it really is the culmination of all the decades of experience that the company has gained. And Mark Dalton has told me that there are also several employees on the floor that had great enthusiasm in creating a guitar such as this. So kind of all that expertise and knowledge has gone into these. Okay, so those are some of the specs and the details about the guitar. Let's go back to Tom Finch's studio here and have him play the guitar in a few different styles, some different pickup settings, and really get a sense of what the guitar sounds like. So there you have it, Tom Finch playing the guitar through a mid-60s Fender Vibrolux as well as his pedal board. If you aren't familiar with Tom, check him out playing with Big Brother and the Holding Company. And if you're in the Bay Area, he plays in a host of other bands, wonderful player. And we are lucky to have him helping us out here today. So in conclusion, the Statesboro SC Classic is just a beautiful guitar. A lot of experience and expertise has gone into this. Great sound. It doesn't reinvent the wheel. It does what you would expect it to do. But the level of craftsmanship, of course, is superb on this guitar. And it has a few solutions to some details that are unique to this particular instrument, and that make it a Huss and Dalton guitar. So I would definitely recommend checking these out. There's a few variations of this theme that Huss and Dalton is offering. And of course, because Huss and Dalton is a custom shop, there are many options that are available on this per special request. So definitely worth checking out, and a fun guitar to have, and fun to get a little bit louder here at Peghead Nation for once. Let's go out with Tom playing the guitar a bit more. My name is Taya Gurkin.